Greetings friends! Today I want to make a quick guide on the 8 divines per hour strategy I've done to kickstart my build and craft my items. As you probably already guessed from the thumbnail of the video, I am talking about farming SSCs in the new Path of Exile Mirage League. So let's get right into it. I will provide the Atlas tree in the description of the video for you to replicate, but just know that you do not need all the Atlas points to get started and can get everything necessary, including the shrines for quality of life, with only about 90 points. Before starting this strategy, I recommend buying in bulk a bunch of vaal orbs. Depending on the amount of sets you want to do, you will need more or less, but it is expected to use around 10 to 20 per map. It is also ideal to set up a trade offer on Faustus to buy in bulk at a cheaper price than the current value for the calcification Scarabs and others. I purchased mine for as low as 17 chaos each, but during peak gameplay hours they can become 30 chaos, affecting our currency per hour. The Scarabs used for this strategy are 1 Essence Scarab of Stability, 1 Scarab of Calcification, 1 Scarab of Ascent, and 2 Scarabs of Adversaries. To get all 5 map slots for Scarabs, you will have to do 10 Boss Maven Invitation and complete a Nightmare map. We are multiplying the amount of rare monsters on the maps with the modifier increased number of rare monsters. And since all of the rare monsters become imprisoned as an essence from the calcification, this results in more essences for us to kill. We also take all the increased explicit modifier on maps from the Atlas tree, resulting in a boosted number. I even tried doing this strategy with originators maps, and although it gives us a higher tier of the same modifier, which is increased number of rare monsters, the maps become way too annoying to do, and the amount of scour alts needed to find one doubled, so I advised against it. For the Atlas tree, however, make sure to skip the crystal resonance node and all that glitters node for the covetous shrine. It is highly recommended to do this strategy on a tier 7 map so you can kill all of the essences quickly. If you go a higher tier, they will become way tougher. Rolling multiple maps at the same time is key, so just type in search bar number of rare and keep scour alking until you get a bunch of them. If you feel like you want to squeeze even a bit more juice, I also recommend using a single fine delirium orb on the maps for extra delirium monsters and rewards, but this is not mandatory. We will use a vaal orb on every single essence that is Dread, Envy, Scorn, and Misery, and also use a vaal orb on the monster that have 5 of any essence because it has the chance to increase its potential value. Do not skip the Mirage mechanic because we will profit a lot from doing it. Not only it gives us a bunch of free essences to kill, but we also get the Essence of Desolation that is specific to the area, which is around 15 chaos. The map I chose for this strategy is Belfry, mainly because of the linear layout and the possibility to drop a jackpot card called the Demon, which is 12 divine orbs. But we also drop the Wrath card, which is 10 chaos orbs when turned in. We also skip the boss entirely, not having to deal with that. However, this is a little bit inefficient in comparison to the city square map when it comes to the time, so if you want a bit more divines per hours from essences but do not wish to have any jackpot drop, do that one instead. Unfortunately, it is not all praise because the biggest downside of this strategy is the amount of clicks you will have to do picking up essences. The risk pain is real, so please exercise caution in spamming this strategy. I also recommend using a very strict filter and only picking up screaming tier and above essences. That's it for this awesome strategy. I hope this information was useful to you. For me, it was how I farm my gear and was able to tackle all content in the Mirage League. Thank you very much for watching and I hope to see you soon. Exile